Hello and welcome to another video. Today we are going to do a in-depth beginner guide of driving Empire. I will also do one later for Vehicle Legends, and if you guys want, comment below if you want to see a Drive World one. And if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe while you're down there. And now let's get on with this. So, the first thing you will need is a car. And you'll spawn right there. Don't mind all the weird advertisements. Ignore those. And you go to the buy cars. There's also a button in your car thing, but we're gonna go here. So, there's a lot of cars that you can get, I believe. I don't remember the how much you get, but I believe it's 10,000, which will mean you can get this car, which is free, or you can get this car, which is free. Either the Camaro or the Boxster. I happen to have both of them for some reason, so that is really cool. I didn't realize I did, so that's cool to look at. So you get one of these, and you can look at all the brands that you would like, but hold off on that. You can't really buy those yet when you're just starting. So now you go out, you press this button right here. And let's do the Porsche, because I like that one. Porsche Boxster. Now we got your car. There's a couple things you could do. You can press this button over here if you have the mobile garage. Or maybe they removed it. I'm not exactly sure. They've been fiddling around with that, so at this point, I don't know. There's also, right here, where you can upgrade it, that I know anyone can upgrade. And let's get on with the upgrading part of the game. You will want to do performance, but I'll be honest with you, it scales fast. It gets expensive very quickly. What you do is you upgrade each time, and you get an individual slot for each single one of these little icons. And there's also drivetrains that you can do. See what I mean? Where it can kind of gradually go up. It can get really expensive. Let's just use this one as an example. 2,000, 5,000, 7,000. And I'm not going to waste any more of my money. You get the point. And let's get back onto this and show you what you can also do. Here is an inventory of parts where you're supposed to upgrade. Because this doesn't technically upgrade your car as much as it should. This is how you do it. You add parts. And you can add several engine blocks. And just do it that way. Even though it doesn't technically make sense for this car to have 2 engine blocks. And this is a V8 when this is supposed to be a Boxster. Don't think about it. There's ways of getting these. There's a thing called Get More, which is tuning kits. So let's open it. You mash this, and then there's a whole lot of different things you can get from different rarities. The higher the rarity, the higher the stats are. And so it goes from common to uncommon to, I believe, epic, and then legendary. And there's also a fuse button where you can press fuse and you can make better items. But if you don't have any tuning kits, you can buy some here, or there is also another way of doing it. We'll get back to the appearance in a bit. There is free ways of doing this, like daily quests and playtime rewards, which is probably the best way to do it because you'll probably fall in the trap of just a lot of gambling, and we don't want that. This game already had a scandal with gambling. It's not something we want. And now let's get back to the customization. The suspension you can fiddle around with. Weep, weep, weep. You can do different ones. There's a whole lot of different things you can mess around with. Camber, height, offset. You can make it as good as you can make it. Appearance, on the other hand, is different for each car. Some cars don't allow you to customize anything. Some add so many body kits that I can't even make a video on all of them, even if I wanted to. There is Underglow, which I don't really recommend because that costs Robux. There's Nitrous Effects, which is really interesting. It's all cosmetics. There's colors, and there's different kinds of whatever on here, but in this case there's only one. And it ranges from like 7 colors to 20,000, like this one. I'm kind of feeling the red. Or the orange. I'm colorblind, so I can't tell. And then there's interior colors, which pretty much is just the basic colors that are in the game. Choose orange again, I guess. There's also wraps. Not that many on this car, but they can scale. License plate, you can either choose US, Japan, or Canada. There's all of the states and provinces and whatever with this. I'm not that familiar with the Japanese ones. Then there's headlights, which you can change the color. You can choose like a nice white, or you can be obnoxious and do blue or green. Let's keep it white. And then there's calipers, and same deal here. You know what, let's choose blue just to rub it in your face to make the ugliest car ever. And then you can also swap from all your cars. I just happen to have an inventory filled with random junk. And then you can also buy cars from here as well. And that's the customization. Now, in order to do all these customizations, you need to get money. And there's several ways of doing that. You could drive around. And on the topic of driving around, you can also go ahead and go here and do collections. And some of these can give you times 5% or plus 5% driving cash bonus. So I would recommend get as many of those as you can because it can scale pretty good. And it is not the best way to get money, but it is a way. My personal favorite, which is what I do because I barely just play around because I have time making videos and editing, I use this feature for free cash. You have to watch a lot of videos and go out of the game, but it really gives you a lot. And it really does. You keep going in and out of the game. One of the best ways to make money with no effort. And then there's also playtime rewards, daily quests, which is also something I do. Haven't gotten to this one yet, but there's that. There's also AFK servers. I don't recommend you do them if you don't have that much time. If you can let it on all night, maybe it'll give you like 300,000. If it's not that great, in my opinion. But it's a good way to get extra money than you grinding here. But only relying on this, no. You would much rather play the game than go AFK. A lot more efficient. There's also racing, which is over here. Or if you don't know where it is, you can go to... Nope, that's not the right button. This button. And you can go to races. Or you can go to locations, house, car meets, if no one has them. Or the NASCAR hub, which is another kind of race. You can go to the World Hub and the dealership and racing lobby, which has a lot of interesting races. I made a video on that before. But let's go to this one just to show you how it is. There is races that you can do. Let's do drag race because that's the whatever. You can join the queue if you want a multiplayer race for global multiplayer. There's also global multiplayer, which you go into a whole server. You can pop in here if you want to play with someone else that's in your server. That's the main way you're supposed to do it. But if you don't have any friends to play with, you can go solo, and you can do these full race goals. It can get you some serious money. But once you're done, or if you don't beat it, you get like a couple thousand. You get not the best, but when you're low level, it's pretty good. It's not bad. It'll get you started. And if you get the goals, you can get money quickly. Very quickly. It's amazing. And then you can go get more cars, upgrade your cars, get faster cars, race other people, get hella money in global races, because there's some races you get 50,000 per win. And if you get an alt account or something, that is probably one of the best ways around, but not all of you have that ability. Is there anything that I'm missing in this guide? I guess not. I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!